so far, 2023 has been a very tough year for Paramount stock. Now, Paramount experienced a big hit to their earnings, largely because Paramount Plus is not yet profitable, as is no other streaming platform other than Netflix. And ad revenue on their live TV business took a massive hit, which caused them to have to cut their dividend. Now, what is the reason that I'm still very enthusiastic about Paramount? Well, for me, Paramount is a company that is very likely to have their earnings recover to a level where the current price would be cheap based on the multiple you would end up with. However, that's not even the real meat and potatoes of what I think the true hidden value of Paramount might actually be. So, Paramount's current market cap is about $10 billion, okay? And look at all of these different global brands that they have, okay? They have Comedy Central. So they've got 20 plus years of South Park, okay? Just to name one Comedy Central classic, okay? They've got CBS, okay, which includes CBS Sports, etc. And also, by the way, over 50 years of Star Trek, all right? They've got Nickelodeon, which, I mean, how many years, how many seasons of SpongeBob do they have, as well as all of those classic Nickelodeon cartoons we all grew up with, right? Plus all these Paramount movies, right? Paramount Pictures. How many times have you seen this Paramount Pictures logo pop up at a movie theater? So that's just, a portion. Oh yeah, Showtime. Not quite HBO, but they've got Billions, Homeland, Ray Donovan, that kind of thing. Dexter, which those are all hit shows, great, well-loved shows in their own right. So you look at this company, and you see that it's $10 billion in market cap. That means at current prices, to buy every share outstanding would cost roughly $10 billion. Okay. Let's say you're a content, you have a content-based division, and you're a very large market cap company. We're talking about, Apple with Apple TV, Amazon with Prime Video, okay? Would Apple TV or Amazon Prime Video, if you gave them a $10 billion budget for content creation, could they recreate the decades of content that Paramount has across all of these different channels and brands that they've kind of glommed together from the Paramount, CBS, Viacom, combined entity here? I would say no. Now, why is that important? Well, one, in the era of streaming, content is king, and it's worth its weight in gold in a lot of ways, okay? Because not only, are we talking about the dollar cost to develop all this content, the time as well, right? I mean, you could throw, $20, $30 billion at content creation if you're, say, Apple TV or Amazon Prime Video. The fact is, there's not enough time and talent to replicate this library of content in the amount of time you would need to replicate it to get an advantage on, say, a Netflix, right? So, not to mention Disney, who has their own hulkish library. So, I sit here and I say, at the prices it's at, and even at higher prices, frankly, I think that this is an attractive target potentially for some type of acquisition. Now, I would also like to point out, in terms of valuation, Berkshire Hathaway has a nice big chunk of this company, okay? They've got, it looks like as of March, just over $2 billion worth. So Berkshire's got like over 10, somewhere between 10 and 20%, it looks like, of Paramount. Now, why is that important? Well, their cost basis is estimated to be just above $30 per share. So at current prices, we're able to get shares of Paramount for roughly half of the estimated cost basis that Berkshire got their shares for. Now, why do I think that it's also potentially an acquisition target? Now, this is, granted, a certain degree of speculation on my part. It's just that I see some clues out there, right? Warren Buffett and Berkshire, they've done arbitrage type things before. You've got the Activision thing where that's supposed to be sold to Microsoft for a set price. Warren Buffett is known to communicate regularly with the leadership at Apple. Him and Tim Cook are in regular contact, and he owns, Berkshire owns a big chunk of Apple as well. So if Apple was thinking about making a move, Berkshire would probably be, potentially in the know if those conversations were happening behind closed doors, even if nothing was official yet. Maybe, again, and maybe Amazon, they have Amazon Prime Video, and they're also, trying to capture market share in that streaming space. So who knows? Maybe they're a dark horse in this race too. But I think that, for either of those two companies, this would be a pretty interesting buy. Now, I don't suspect Disney would be allowed to, just because, they've probably got, they own too many different brands now in this area, and it would probably be an antitrust issue. But certainly, I don't think Apple has too much of the streaming and entertainment market on lock to where they wouldn't be allowed. Amazon as well, even though they, arguably have monopolies in some other areas. But this is one where I think they would be potentially allowed. So that's kind of like the hidden element to it. But like, even just based on, the fundamentals, I think, Berkshire doesn't buy in the $30 range unless they think that's probably somewhere close to the fair value anyway. All right. They aren't known for being stupid when it comes to their valuations. So all that being said, I think Paramount is potentially one of the more exciting opportunities today. However, it's not without risk, right? They did have a really, really rough start to this year, and it's probably going to be a couple years before their earnings recover to the levels they were at before. But if you're a patient person and you think it has some potential, it might be worth looking into further. So that's my spiel on Paramount. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is Paramount a good value today? Is there the hidden value that I talked about? Does that make sense to you? What do you think the future looks like for this company? Also, join the Discord. Link will be in the description. I like to carry on conversations on there in real time. And also, hit that join button once I get to my first 10 channel members. Something amazing will happen in the YouTube portfolio. Until next time, everybody, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.